Welcome back. Today I thought we would take a nice look at the CDs and records that I have that are Disney parks related. These are music that is centered all around the parks, not the movies or the TV, but the parks. And first here, this is just a picture vinyl from Haunted Mansion. And you can see on the other side it is what the classic attraction poster was. But this is actually based off of the original version at California's Disneyland. And side A is actually the full ride through of the ride. You can put that on, and if you've been on the ride, you can imagine what it felt like and picture yourself going through it. And then on side B, it's actually full song versions of the music that is on the ride. So, like the graveyard music is right here, for instance. The Swinging Wake is kind of what you get in the ballroom. It's just really fun to be able to put this on and hear the attraction. You just kind of feel like you might actually be there. This one here is actually one of my favorites. It's a full album and it features Walt Disney and Jiminy Cricket. And it is A Day at Disneyland. This is it's essentially a complete ride through on the train. If you were to follow the train around Magic Kingdom, this here, all the way around Disneyland, it goes from land and attraction to land, as it would have been at the time of the recording, which is somewhere around the beginning, the opening of the park in 1955. But you can see it's Main Street here, and then you get Adventureland. You get fun shot of Jiminy being scared of the hippo as they go down the Jungle River. And then here you get Frontierland and the house on the island that was on fire. They still mention that in the fort, which has been closed for I think a decade at this point. But at least they still have that, unlike Disney World. And then the record here, you can see this classic logo. So you get a horse car ride down Main Street, a boat ride through Adventureland, and then on this side you get Exploring Frontierland, a spaceship visit to Tomorrowland, and fun in Fantasyland. I've got a major soft spot in my heart for the Disney parks, but especially Disneyland. It is by far the better park, and I have a special affinity for it, spending a lot of time in my younger years And then here I have a few CDs of park music as well. This is an official album of both resorts, Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And you can see it doesn't say Disneyland Resort because this CD is actually from 1991. But there are the tracks all listed there. It's very faint and kind of hard to see, but the Main Street Electrical Parade music, and A Pirate's Life for Me. There's Star Tours like Droid Room Sounds. A lot of this music is the atmosphere music, as well as attraction songs when you're riding them and in the queue space. So there's even like Maple Leaf Rag, which you would hear on Main Street from the piano player. The Great Outdoors from the original Country Bear Jamboree. Like Small World, Grim Grinning Ghosts. Just lots of the classic music, and the Splash Mountain music is all on here as well, Zippity Doo Dah. And then the Disney World side of things, you do get some of Epcot with Tomorrow's Child from the original Spaceship Earth, and a energy song from the Universe of Energy. Listen to the Land, One Little Spark, and even Space, the track from the old Horizons attraction that I think we all wish was still there. But you can see the disc here with all of those tracks. And then in here, I'll bring home the magic and fun of America's two most popular vacation destinations, Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Music from your favorite park parades, attractions, rides, and live musicians, including selections from Epcot Center, the Main Street Electrical Parade, It's a Small World, Splash Mountain, and Star Tours. They're all featured here on the original album of Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Sometimes, if it's been too long since I've been to a Disney park, these albums are really fun to put on and just imagine that I'm there. This is the official album. It's a 2-disc set of the Happiest Celebration on Earth. This is this Disney World version, but this was from 2005, when the 50th anniversary of Disneyland was being celebrated. And so the first disc is including the Magic Kingdom and all of those lands like Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Mickey's Toontown Fair, and Epcot with the Future World stuff. There's some different things on here that are on the other album since newer attractions had happened. But on disc 2 you get the Kitchen Cabaret medley from the original Kitchen Cabaret. Now you get the Soarin' music, the old Magic Eye Theater movies like Magic Journeys. Just a lot of fun. And even into Animal Kingdom with the Tree of Life theme. That Stuff to Be a Bug song. Oh no. Oh no. I'll put that back in there. can see the discs there with all of the classic original 5, including Chip and Dale down here and Tinkerbell right there. And a blue disc for disc 1 and a red disc for disc 2. And then there is a small little booklet here with more on just the individual tracks. And Hooray for Hollywood for MGM Studios. And then the last one I have here is Disney's Electrical Parade for the Disneyland Resort. This is specifically for the Disneyland Resort. And it is the actual full-length play of the parade as it was at the time. This was made in 2001. But it is the full parade. It includes the Blue Fairy and Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella's Ball, Peter Pan, Dumbo, and Seven Dwarf Mine Train, Pete's Dragon, and the finale to Honor America with the final Blue Fairy. But that classic Electrical Parade theme is here. And Pete's Dragon here. What I enjoy the most here is there's actually the full history of kind of how it was created and changed over the years, isn't here? Starting in 1972, and how the executive figured out what song they needed. He dove through his library of electronic music, and when he was just about to give up, he stumbled onto the song we all know. It was on an album called Spotlight on the Moog, Kaleidoscope Vibrations, from the synthesizer, and he came across the song Baroque Hoedown. And they essentially built the entire parade around the minute-and-a-half loop that they could take, and then they recorded additional parts to go over that for each of the individual floats. And as the years went on, they added to it, changed out floats, added new ones. It's still just something so magical about hearing that music when it first kicks in. It just takes me right back to being a kid late at night after a long day and just sitting and waiting to watch the magic and the lights come down Main Street. It was just some of the most memorable days that I wish we could go back in time to revisit, but we have these things to kind of pop up those memories that we keep forever in our minds. But here is the Disney Parks music that I wanted to share with you today. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next dive.